광물 부족함. 광물 더 필요함.
Yeah, what's up, Pyro Shaky?
베스핀 가스 더 있어야 함. 새로운 여왕 준비됨. 광물 부족함. 광물 더 필요함. 에너지 충분치 않음. 군단 병력이 공격 전번 위에서 변태야. 일벌레가
Wait, what?
공격하고 있음. 여왕 생성
Think this was gonna happen?
성공.
Oh my god, damn. Disaster.
진화 완료. 새로운 여왕 준비됨. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 광물 충분치. 에너지 부족함. 광물 더 필요함. 광물 충분치 않음. 군단 병력이 공격하고 있음. 성공. 적이 일벌레 공격 중.
Guys, please. Por favor. Ay, ay, ay.
에너지 충분.
My units are griefing me hardcore.
받아들일 수 없는 명령. 광물 충분치 않음. 에너지 부족함. 위에서 변태해야 함. 대군주 점막 위에서 변태해야 함. 에너지 부족함. 대군주 더 생성해야 에너지 충분치 않음. 군락지가 직접 공격하고 있어. 적대군주 더 필요함. 대군주 부족함.
Oh, my learner started.
지 부족함.
That's bad.
에너지 충분치 않음. 여왕 생성 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 명령입니다. 받아들일 수 없는 명. 광물 유전 광물 충분 군단 병력이 공격받고 있어. 에너지 부족함. 광물 부족함. 광물지대 말라버림. 광물 더 필요함. 광물 부족함 필요함. 베스핀 광물 충분치 않음. 베스핀 에너지 에너지 군단 광맥 소진. 받아들일 수 없는 명 광물 더 필요함. 광물 부족함. 광맥 진화 완료. 베스핀 가스 부족. 광물 더 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 추가 베스핀 가스 필요함. 광물 충분치 않은 광물지대. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있어. 충분치 않음. 광물 광물 부족. 받아들일 수 없는 변이 군단이 진화했음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 부족함. 광물 충분치 않음. 공격받고 있음. 에너지 충분치 광맥 소진됨. 일벌레가 공격받고 있음. 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광맥 고갈됨.
GG. Got pretty lucky there in the first fight that he was slow with the storms. Otherwise we would have been in trouble. Yeah, I'm surprised we won this game actually. Our early game was kind of garbage. Kind of garbage. Just the one good fight did a lot for us, for sure. Same guy, same map.
광물 더 필요함. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 대군 광물 더 필요함. 광물 부족함. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 더 필요함. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 광물 새로운 여왕 준비됨. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 대군주 생성해야 함. 군락지가 직접 공격. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 일벌레가 공격받고 있음.
Ah, no money. What the fuck? Or get blocked, I guess. Fuck.
광물 진화 완료.
Kinda sucks.
에너지 충분치 않아. 새로운 여왕 준비돼. 여왕 생성. 전 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 에너지 부족함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 충분치 않음. 새로운 여왕. 에너지 충분치 않음. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 점막 위에서 변태해야 함. 광물 더 필요함. 점막 종양이 공격받고 있음. 에너지 부족함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 받아들일 수 없는 에너지 충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 점막 조약이 공격받고 있음. 적이 일본을 공격 중. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 생산 성공. 광물 충분치 않음. 필요함. 변. 광 부족함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광 필요치 않음. 광물 더 필요함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단이 진화했음. 받아들일 수 없는 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 에너지 충분치. 점막 위에서 변태해야 함. 광물 부족함. 에너지 부족함. 진 에너지 충분. 광물지대. 군단 병력이 아직 공격하고 있음. 광물 더 필요함. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 추가 베스킨 받아들일 수 없는 광맥 소진됨. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
He doesn't know where we can attack here. We have to chill.
가스 더 있어야 함. 베스킨 가스 부족함. 안됨 불가능함. 한도에 도달함. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 유전자 변형됨. 군단 에너지 부족함. 천막 조각 공격받고 베스킨 가스 광물지대 안되는 불가능함. 높은 한도에 도달함. 광맥 천막 조각이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 안됨 불가능함. 보급품 한도에 안됨 불가능함. 보급품 한도에 도달함. 천막 종양이 공격받고 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 베스킨 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 천막 종양이 공격받고 있음.
Yeah, we're all dead here.
추가 베스킨 가스 필요. 천막 종양이 공격받고 있음. 유전자 변화됨. 변경. 군단 가스 더 있어야 한다. 여왕 생성. 군단이 진 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 광맥 고갈됨. 광맥 소진됨. 군락지가 직접 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물지대 말라버림 안됨 불가능함. 보급 한도에 도달함. 광물 고갈됨. 군단이 진화에 안됨 빈각 광맥 소진됨. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do when they play like this. Just chill. I needed to be more aggressive early on, I guess, before he got Colossus out. Probably the only way to win this game, I think.
광물 충분치 않은 광맥 고갈됨. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 소진됨. 공격받고 있음. 가스, 광물, 더 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 부족함. 광물 충분치 않음. 베스킨 가스 부족함. 광물지대 말라버림. 군락지가 직접 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있어.
Ooh, GG. Said I'm dead. I like to know how many times you said I've dead and then won the game. I mean, a lot of times. That's because of like how I think of the game. You know, I think of the game in very like theoretical terms. Like 99% of the statements I make are like based on under the assumption that both players play perfectly, right? Which obviously doesn't happen very often. But that's the way you kind of want to think of the game, just so you have good ideas and like good concepts of how things work. But then obviously like you still need to play the game and do the actions, and mistakes happens and stuff like that, right? But I think when you think about the game, you want to think about it as theoretically correct as possible, right? If that makes sense. Oh, we're so close, guys. So close. Hmm. 6K today, yeah. Today's the last chance before we go back to. I mean, I don't leave tomorrow, but I leave on early morning Thursday. So tomorrow I have to like pack and all that stuff, get ready to leave. So today is the last Korea stream. What's up, Asumu-san? Thank you. But yeah, I'll be back in Korea early next year again, so I won't be gone for too long. And I'm gonna keep streaming when I'm in Sweden, but I'm probably gonna stream at different hours, right? Like right now it's 7 a.m. in Sweden. So probably won't stream at 7 a.m. But who knows, maybe I will. Hmm.
광물 부족함. 광물 더 필요함. 대군주. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 광물 더 필요함. 광물 충분치 않음.
Oh, he fucked it up. He fucked it up. Hmm.
새로운 여왕 준비된. 여왕 생성 성공. 광물 부족함. 광물 더 대군주 더 생성해야 군단 병력이 공격받고 있어. 대군주 부족함.
He got scammed.
받은 광물 충분치 않. 새로운 광물 부족함. 대군주 더 필요함. 진화 완료. 여왕 생성 성공. 에너지 부족함. 새로운 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 광물 더 필요함. 여왕 생성 성공. 광물 충분치 에너지 충분치 않음. 대군주 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 저기 일벌레 광력중 더 필요함. 에너지 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 에너지 충분치. 에너지 부족함.
Let's not do that.
에너지 광물 충분치 않음. 천막 중앙이 공격받고 있음. 천막 중앙이 공격받고 있음. 광물 부족함. 새로운 여왕. 에너지 부족함. 에너지 충분치 않음. 지대 말라버림. 하고 있음. 공격받고 있음. 공격받고 있음.
Ooh. We did it. Finally, guys. 2.5 months of pain finally paid off. GG. Yeah, this was a pretty clean game, I think, overall. Like, we had some supply blocks in the early game, which wasn't great. But we didn't really lose many drones to any oracles. We dealt with the stasis. The one thing I could have done better here, I think, is I could have... like, right now, I should probably be hitting his third base. Like, as soon as my Banelings finishes, probably like worth like 6 Banelings here and try to hit the third. And I should maybe do something like take this hatchery earlier so I can just give up the space. And then we hit the third. And if he goes here, we just kill the third, right? Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, like, this mass gateway style, it just kind of dies to Mastling Bane. Like, if you have a clean early game. I think they need to be ahead to play this style. And, like, not die to Ling Bane. GG. Stop driving. We did it, guys. We did it. Why last Korea stream? I go back to Sweden on Thursday. What were my upgrades? I was getting +2 melee. I had +1. Yeah, I'm coming back in January, Rex. I'm just going home over Christmas. 6k, yeah, we got it. We got it. Yeah, home for Christmas, and then we're coming back. I'm planning to attend any tournaments in 2024. We'll see, we'll see. I'm gonna keep playing, and I'll try to see if I have any opportunities to play tournaments. But like, my main focus is gonna be streaming. I'm not gonna like stop streaming to practice for tournaments or anything like that. I'm just gonna stream, and if there's some tournaments I can play, I'm gonna play them, but we'll see. What's up, Wham? We did it, Wham. We did it. Yeah. I have inspired you, Ryan. And now it's your turn, Ryan. Now you need to get to 6k. Before I come back to Korea, Ryan, you need to be 6k. Otherwise, I'm gonna be very disappointed in you. You can do it. I was also stuck here like a month and a half ago. So in a month and a half, when I'm back in Korea, you can get 6k. You can do it. I actually wanted to look at some Homestead Cup replays. I saw they posted the replay pack. I wanted to look at some serial games. See if I can find the replay pack. So radar, we can look at that for sure. Yeah, I'm already there. How many games should one play per day if the goal is to improve and rank up? It kind of depends, like, where you're at. I don't mean like rank. I mean like, where are you in your practice? Are you like somebody who's like hard stuck, or are you somebody that just like needs to play more to like work out the kinks and stuff like that, right? Because if you're somebody, let's say, like you're hard stuck at like 4.5k, like banging your head against the wall isn't necessarily going to help you improve, right? Though there's like mechanically, sure, there's a lot of things you can work on, but if you're like you've been stuck for a while and you're just playing a lot, then playing more isn't necessarily going to help you, right? So that stage, like you should look at replays and analyze and look at other players, maybe get coaching if you want to, stuff like that, you know. But if you're somebody who's like you're fluctuating a lot, like you're going up and down in MMR, you kind of just need to play more to stabilize yourself, right? To get a good idea of like your mechanics and make sure you're like, you know, you can still improve by just playing. But then when you get stuck, that's when you need to, so you should go like in periods, right? Periods where you're just like grinding to improve. And then when you start to feel like you get stuck, you start looking at replays, your own replays, other people's replays, pro gamer games and stuff like that, right? And then you go back to practicing with a new set of ideas. And you keep working on those until you feel like you've got a good grasp of that, right? And then you repeat the process over and over. Like how much you need to play per day, like it's usually dependent from player to player. Some players do well with just like grinding all day every day. Some people don't get much out of it if they play more than like 4 hours. Everything above 4 hours is usually like wasted time for some people. So depends who you are. Wait, did I get them all? Let me see. Replays. Master Cup. No replays were found. Let's see. Oh, I need to unzip the file, right? Right, I'm just trying to download the replays, guys. Extract on. Okay, extract. Alright, day 1. Wait, there's no group C and D. Whatever. I guess we'll just look at some Serral CBP games. Donate 6k? Yes, we did. We did. Road to 6k is over. Yeah, last stream in Korea and we got it. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Managed to win 3 games in a row versus 6.2k and 6k Protoss players, so not bad. Okay, let's look at Serral's PoE.
여왕 생성 성공.
Just should have one link to do this. I like this. I like this. Does double inject. He's the only striker who does double inject, which is why I was doing it before as well. But I actually don't like it that much because, like, I'll show you guys why I don't like it. It's probably good since he's doing it, but I have a reason why I don't like it. So here you want to start your 4th queen, right? On 36. So like here, I'm not sure. How does he spend his money? Yeah, he starts a queen, right? So he's like floating 3 larvae anyways. All of this time. Like, he doesn't have enough money to spend the larva until now. So I feel like it's just better to have a tumor. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Spore in the main. Did they make a spore in the 3rd as well? No, right? No. Yeah, the setup I like, for sure. Yeah, I know it's been doing for a long time. That's why I was doing it. Like, I used to do double inject before as well. But I stopped doing it, and it feels better to not do it, for me at least. I'm not sure why. Second spore here, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much how I do it as well. Like, 1 spore in the main, move the 2 queens down. But yeah, I was gonna say that I felt like this spore is a little bit late, so I'm not sure how he fights this. So like here's where like it benefits to be Serral, right? Because I think in theory here, I mean the Oracle is kind of damaged, but if let's say this Oracle was full HP, the Protoss could either just like fight the queens or just like run past them and go for the drones, right? But I feel like people give Serral a lot of respect in these scenarios where they're like they see the queens here and they're like, okay, we can't go here, and then they run away, right? But if they're a bit more baboon act, they were a bit more baboonish. If they were more like baboons, they would just like zoom past here and like kill the drones. But this happens a lot in this game. Like he has one queen here, and there's like nothing behind, and like one Oracle comes and sees the queen and he's run away. You know, that happens quite a lot in Serral games where people probably could find damage with the Oracles, but they give them a lot of respect. Which is, of course, like, they're gambling if they go past the queen, but... Yeah. But I feel like it's almost impossible to have, like, a 100%, like, bulletproof early game versus Oracles. Like, you're always gonna have some weak spot somewhere. And it's just about like getting lucky and the Protoss not finding that one weak spot.
군단 병력이
Okay, he does Lair. Roach Warren. I was hoping to see how Serial plays versus the Mass Stalker style, but I guess it's not very common in Europe. Yeah, I mean, like, ideally, like, you want to make your spores as late as possible. Like, queens have way more utility, right, overall. So if you have to choose between a queen and a spore, you always want to choose a queen. But you need, like, at least, like, 1 or 2 spores for the first couple of oracles, because otherwise they can just start, like, just fighting your queens if they're too spread out. You need the anchor locations. Okay. He's gases the third. He's gonna drone up his fourth, I guess. Station pit. So he's just gonna play Lurker from here. Roach into Lurker. Yeah. Sees double robo. Does he respond? He makes a Bane nest actually when he sees double robo. That's interesting. Is he just gonna go Roach Bane Hive now instead? I'm pretty sure he was planning on going Lurkers here, but for some reason when he saw double robo he changed his mind. I can see why though. Yeah, but the Bane nest doesn't make sense if you want to go Lurker. Like, it's too late to hit a timing or anything anyways, right? So it's a defensive Bane nest. So I assume he just wants to play like Ravageling Bane and stay on creep. Try to defend until he has either Ultras or Broodlords. I would assume he's gonna play Ultra this game, because the new Broodlord, you can't really go like straight into Broodlord versus ground. Like if you go straight Brood versus ground, you just like they just make Stalkers and Archons and aim of you, because the Broodlords don't really do anything versus ground units in mass. You can only really get Broodlords like once they've started going Skytoss, because they don't have enough to supply to have a big ground army as well. So yeah, this should like 100% be Lurker, or just like maybe Ravageling Bane Viper. That could also be a thing, but I would assume he's gonna go Ultras. Oh, this is brave. Double Viper, Adrenal Glands. It's not getting any other tech, which is interesting. I feel like this composition should not do well. I mean, he's gonna have fast Vipers, maybe he can get a timing here before Storm. It's gonna be close. Oh yeah, he finds the... That's really good, to contaminate on the Storm. Because yeah, like, once Storm finishes, like, there's no way you can kill the Protoss with this army composition. And since he's not teching up to anything, he has to attack. Like, he can't sit back here, I don't think, because then... if he sits back, and the Protoss just waits and maxes out on a bigger army, then there's no way to win a fight. So he definitely has to go. But it's like, if the Protoss lands the feedbacks here... I don't think he should be able to win the fight. And he sees the Vipers with the Revelation. Pretty sure he does. Yeah, he seems to hit the feedback. Yeah, come to back. Get some yoinks off. Yeah, even with the yoinks, this is not great, right? Like, he killed some Colossus and some Immortals, but I feel like overall was not amazing. Because now, like, he's not even close to be max again, and then Protoss player gets a lot of time here. Now there's gonna be storms as well. So I think I mean, he just has to keep going, right? He has no choice here. Like, he can't go and chill. He has to keep attacking. So, like, the worst thing the Protoss player could do right now is move out on creep. The Protoss player just needs to sit there until they're maxed. But yeah, like, this next fight has to go very well for Serral. Otherwise, it's just GG, I think. Let's see, does he have an observer, actually? Yeah, it's very weird he doesn't have an observer here, because there's no anti-air, right? I'm just queens, but... Does he have 0 observers? There's one here, okay. I mean, this is the common observer for the Protoss players, but I really think they should have, like, something here. There's an oracle too. Where's the oracle? Am I blind? I don't see the oracle. Oh, here it is. The Protoss army isn't looking super scary, but as long as he hits the feedbacks and the storms, it should be pretty straightforward fight. He chooses to storm instead of the feedbacks, which I think is fine. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I feel like it would have been better for him to have more High Templars than, like, if he had, like, one less Archon in this fight. Yeah, if he has, like, 2 more High Templars here, even for just, like, for feedbacks, I think it's way better than the Archons. Let's start. Source of closest, 2 more High Templars. Yeah, I think these two should have just stayed in High Templar form for feedbacks. Yeah, the creep spread is insanely good. Insanely good. Oh, okay, yeah, now I see how he... Not sure what prompted him to move out like this. I mean, I get he wants to clear creep, but... There's no tech or anything. Interesting. Yeah, that was throw for sure. Yeah, it's just basically just like staying on Ravaging Bane Viper and just attacking over and over. Seems alright. But I feel like even though if the Protoss player didn't move out here and tried to like lost his entire army here for free, I think like DNS was still winning this game. What are upgrades? I think he has like 3-2 now. 2-1, 2-1. 2-2-1. Versus, what does Protoss have? 2-0. So pretty good upgrades for sure. Crispy is so insane though. Yeah. Doesn't seem like he ever makes any more drones though. He stays on like 82, 80, 85 or so. And just keeps expanding and trying to trade out non-stop. Yeah, this was good by DNS for sure. Like, I think if DNS didn't lose his army here earlier, like, he would 100% win this game. But now it's like he needs another base, right? He's like mined out here almost. He's gonna mine out here soon. Starting to mine out here. No. Swarm hosts, I think, are almost never good. I think Storm host can be good versus like certain DT builds. Like if you're ahead and they're playing like Archon Sellout or something like that, if you hit Storm host timing, then they can be good. But I think versus double robo, like as soon as the crosses come out, they don't really do much at all. Like if you play Storm host in this matchup, it's like a strict timing. You're basically all in. I don't think you want to do it with double robo. Stealing your own by doing a lot. Yeah, now it's rough for DNS because he has like no money to like make static over here. So we can get a fourth, fifth. Oh, holy shit, that fight. Let's look at that again. 2.5k behind. Everything disappears. Like if the DNS had money to warp in stalkers here, I think the game would like actually just end. I think Sarah will be dead. Kinda crazy. This game is still close. Like, whenever I watch games like this, I don't really get like any confidence in like CVP, you know? Because I feel like so many things went well for Sarah this game, and it's still so rough. Gotta watch a lurker game. Yeah, maybe we'll see. Yeah, I mean Genesis just broke now, so he has like no way to really deal with the Broodlords. Can't even really make Stalkers or Tempest, so... GG. Okay, let's look at this game. Hey, what's up, Sandstrom? How are you doing, man? DNS? Yeah, it's from Homester Cup. Hey, what's up, Sin? Yeah, we got the 6k earlier. Oh, there you go, 15 hatch. Let me see, actually. This looks like a 15 hatch. Or something else. Wait, what? Oh, there you go. Pull first. Yeah, he did. 16 pull. And DNS doesn't scout. This is very strange. Maybe like DNS doesn't... Like some Protoss players, they'll like block the natural, and they'll see the drone go here, but they won't confirm the hatch, and then they'll just send their probe home. And this would like hard counter that pretty hard. But other than that, I don't really see the benefit from doing this. Probe comes out to scouts, gonna see the links. Ooh, so close. So close, holy shit. I mean, he should already know by the hatchery timing that something is off. Wait. So DNS should know as soon as he's seen this hatchery that something is up for sure. Yeah, as soon as he sees this, he should know that something is amiss. So he should start a sellout and pull a probe. I mean, like, this is more risky than 12 pull, I think, because 12 pull, you usually have like some guaranteed damage. But like, if this gets scouted, you're just a sad boy. I mean, you guys can make drones instead, and then it's not so bad, but... The thing is, like, if they scout, they can still block your natural, even though you're going to pull first. Theory, thank you so much for the raid, man. Hope you had a good stream. But yeah, this is like GG. This pylon is gonna die, and then the Adept isn't gonna finish. Probably just game for so long. Oh, Theory, thank you so much for the 3-month resub, my man. Thank you. Welcome, guys. We're looking at some Homester Cup replays. Mostly sterile games is what we're going to focus on. Yeah, this game should be pretty over at this point. Like, this is already a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. But yeah, basically, the DNS you need to realize, like... As soon as he came here and saw the hatchery timing, like, he should already be pulling a probe. Maybe even start a sellout, I'm not sure. Maybe he could get away with delaying this, with skipping the sellout, but he needs a probe here for sure. Finish this wall and maybe make a pylon here. Actually, I think he needs to sellout because, like, he doesn't have the money to wall properly otherwise. He could wall with the Stargate. Like, he makes the sellout, walls with the Stargate, makes a pylon. But yeah, here it's just GG already. Loses 2 probes, bunch of idle time. There's a couple of drones there, not too bad. There's a lot of links. Okay. I mean, this is very committed now by DNS. Like, these oracles has to find damage, because he's not taking a third. So he's just getting even more behind at this point. Cyril did make a lot of links, so his EQ isn't really what it should be, but... like, if this third gets denied, it's just GG, I think. Which he should be able to. It's a little bit iffy now, because this oracle is gonna finish, but... It should be a next little cancel at least. Yeah, gets a probe. The oracles didn't get anything done. And now it's looking rough for sure. We had 2 more gates, but we don't have any tech. Force the oracle activation. Yeah. Are we gonna... No, okay, we're macroing. We're macroing. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, it's going Blink Stalker, but this is like he's so far behind. Like this style only really works if you're ahead, I think. The mass Blink Stalker stuff. At the very least, you need to be even. If you're behind it, it's just never gonna work. It's just gonna, as soon as these upgrades are done, I think Ceral is just gonna aim, move, and win. Find some Ravagers, it's nice. GG. Was there any more CVPs in this group from Ceral? Ceral vs Hearthstone, that might be interesting as well. Let's look at that. An 8-minute game and a 31-minute game. Let's look at the 8-minute games first. Looks very standard. Oh, we actually make links at the third, that's interesting. Because normally, like, eco-wise, you want to spend all your larvae at the third hatch into drones, and all your larvae in the main base into, like, links and overlords, so you don't have to spend time traveling to the third base from the main base with the drones. But I guess he wants to run by these two links, or one of the links, yeah. That makes sense. Super solid. Do we do 29 queen? No, do not. Because there's no second corner boost, so he might even start an overlord here. We'll see. No, he does not. Stargate. Hearthstone GLHF. Sometimes the replays bug out. I'm pretty sure, like, or Hearthstone maybe wrote it in the lobby or something, and then so I wrote it later in the game. Never know. But yeah, he does so many injects in the early game in CP here. Like, I usually skip an inject or two for the creep to move because I feel like you don't have enough the money to spend a larva anyways, which he kind of doesn't, right? Or actually he did. Oh. But he's about to have 6 more larvae. I'm not sure how he's gonna spend that, especially since he needs to start 1 more queen as well. 4 larvae idling. Yeah. I'm not sure what the reason is for this. Because he's just floating the larvae, right? So I feel like the tumor would be better. But I'm not gonna question Ceral. I'm sure he has a reason for it. Oh. Painful. But I think, like, other than the double inject, this was pretty much exactly what I'm doing in the early game when my natural gets blocked. With the queen timings and the board positioning. The queen movement. Roach Warren. Looks like Hearthstone is playing Stalker style, I would say. An early twilight council like this. This is too late to be adepts, so it's either gonna be like a Charged Archon thing or it's gonna be Stalkers. I would suspect Stalkers, but we will see. Yeah, he takes this fourth. It's interesting. I usually like always try to expand away from the Protoss third base with my fourth. So if the Protoss is third, I would take the 9 o'clock fourth usually, but seems like Sarah doesn't really care about that. Maybe he wants like a closer position to attack from, right? Would make sense. It's not bad from Hearthstone though. Gets a couple drones. We're getting range. Okay, this is actually like what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a game like this where Cyril plays Roach style versus Blink Stalker. Kinda curious to see how he plays it. Hey, what's up, Fidabo? Yeah, we won a lot of games today versus 6k plus Protoss players, so we finally hit 6k in Korea. Just in time, because I'm leaving to go back to Europe on Thursday. So we just managed to get it before we leave. Okay, so he plays 5 gas Roach Ling. It's kind of scary though, like his army is not that big right now. And, like, the Protoss should be hitting pretty soon, right? Blink is about to finish. And this is with a Forge as well. Without the Forge, you can probably hit earlier with more units. It's a little bit scary for sure. Okay, he's trying to pile on. Does he make Ravagers here? Yeah, he makes Ravagers. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's been going better. Been going better for sure. Like, I worked out some kinks in CVT. Like, I still don't feel solid in the matchup. Like, I feel like I'm still forced to attack when I don't want to a lot of times. But I think we've tidied up our early game quite a bit. So at least we have like cleaner early games, so we're playing from a better position most of the time than we used to. Which is like, CVP is a lot just about early game, so having a clean early game helps a lot for sure. But theoretically, I still don't feel super confident in the matchup. This actually looks kind of scary for Cell, I would say. Like, if Hearthstone wasn't getting +2 and what's it called? Charge here, or was just all in with Stalkers, I would actually be kind of concerned. I think Sarah would have been in trouble then. Because like Hearthstone doesn't have gas to keep making Stalkers, right? Like looking at his money. So I'm really surprised this game ends in 30 seconds. Is the Ling drop just gonna double Ling drop, counter attack? GG. I felt like there was like some potential there for Hearthstone for sure. Yeah, this is from Monster Crop. Yeah, Fiant was there, I believe. Yeah. Like, I think if he just, like, if Hearthstone just fully all in here, no +2, no charge, just like made Stalkers. Because I don't think he could spend all his money here, right? It's only 6 gate as well. Like, if I had like a gate 3 or 2. I mean, he has 7 gates, I guess. He's actually spending his... He's not really idling his gateways that much. But I guess now it's gonna start running out of gas to spend, right? Maybe not. It wasn't too bad. Like, it's only now that it starts running out of gas. Or maybe it was fine. Did she... Kinda wanna see if he saw the link drop before he GG ripped, just like, he just felt like it was over. And a bunch of batteries. I mean, the batteries are not gonna be that good because it's the Ravagers out, right? Yeah. Like, I feel like in this case it felt fine for sale, right? But I feel like if the Protoss is like fully all in, like no Forge even, just Mass Blink Stalker, it's just really hard to hold with the Roach style. Could be wrong though, but... Like a lot of the time when I played the Roach style, I just kind of died to the Stalkers. But obviously I'm a lot worse than Sarah also. It might not be the Roach's fault. No scout. Oh, got tricked.
새로운 여왕, 준비된 받아들일 수 없는 명령이. 광내 고갈됨, 일벌레가
It's annoying for sure,
공격받고
but...
있음.
Oh, he even does double inject like this as well. He's a big fan of the double inject in CVP for sure.
여왕 생성.
Makes his first tumor with the third queen. Like double inject. Surprising.
새로운 여왕. 대군주. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
He does this quite a bit, just making a bunch of links to try and cancel the third.
공격받고 있음. 새로운
Not sure I like it too much. I mean, it depends how greedy they're playing with their oracles and stuff like that, but
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
takes the space.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이
Scary. Spire. I mean, I guess like he killed one of the oracles, right? And they avoided his low HP. It's gonna be pretty hard for him to scout, but these sellouts are an issue for sure. Nice block with the Evil Shimber. This is actually quite rough. Is he gonna see the Spire? I mean, he already saw the Spire, right? In the third base? He should have at least. Maybe he thought it was a Spine.
공격받고 있음.
No, he's making Phoenix, so he knows.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Made a Phoenix. We'll see. Sarah's gonna have a lot of gas with the rich gas here. Like in Lings. So he's just gonna go mass Muta. Or at least make a solid number of Mutas and then go back into ground maybe. We'll see. Oh, that's big.
군단 병력이
Thanks, Bailing Nest. Yeah.
공격 중.
Like, I don't think he's gonna have the numbers in Phoenix to be able to deal with the Mutas.
변이 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Okay, he only makes 14 and then he goes
공격받고 있음.
the macro. Second Evo Hive.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 소진됨. 진화.
This is actually kind of scary for Sarah, I would say. Like, if Hearthstone attacks now right before Broodlords, or like even you can probably even like wait for Broodlords to be out and then still attack. It's kind of scary, but he's going into Fleet Beacon. And there,
공격받고 있음.
but I feel like this timing should be very scary for Sarah.
유전자.
Hearthstone can take it kind of slow here. I mean, he's maxed, so there's nothing really to wait for. But stroke count 82. It's kind of scary for sure. He has a lot of zealots in his army though, which kind of sucks. Yeah, it's good. You don't want zealots. You don't want adepts in this army because they're just gonna die to the banelings anyway. They're much better value, like sent to the sides because it's harder to. Like, you can't really split up your banelings to deal with stuff like this. You have to like send roaches or lings to deal with this, which means there's less stuff in the main fight. And this army is kind of scary, but it needs to be patient with the disruptor shots. If he wastes them all, then he can lose the fight for sure. He needs to use them one by one, very conservatively. First one is alright. I guess there's just too many banelings here in this army. Yeah. I generally like Colossus a lot more, I think, in these scenarios. Like, the Disruptor is only really nice if the Zerg is all-in into you. Like, having a Disruptor behind a battery makes it really hard to fight. But whenever you're attacking, I feel like the Disruptors are not that great. You would rather just have Colossus then, I feel. Tempest. Did I watch first game Star versus Reigner CVP? Not yet, not yet. We're gonna watch that in a bit. Tempest Ground. I kind of like this stuff from Protoss. I think it's very strong in this patch. Tempest plus Ground with a mothership. I would like it if he had some Colossus in his army though, I think. Yeah. I mean, Rainer's CVP, like, especially his late game, is like probably one of the best in the world in terms of like knowing how to play the matchup. There's very few Protoss players who like actually wants to play the game properly. Yeah. But yeah, I think this is good from Hearthstone the way he's playing this, but I think he should be a little bit more proactive with his army. Like the Tempest should be way more active. He's kind of been chilling with them too much, I think. The only way that the Zerg can win a fight versus this army is if you land a fungal on it. So all he has to do is keep track of the infestors. And then he should be like poking non-stop. He's chilling way too much with these Tempests. They should be here shooting non-stop here. I mean, this is good too, but setting up batteries and stuff. But he could have done way more with the Tempest for sure. And a couple more Tempests, I think that's okay. Yeah, he needs to get rid of some probes though. Like he probably want to go down to like 70 probes here or so. Like you want to get rid of some over here, some over here. Yeah. Should have like one more Oracle as well, I think, so you can have constant revelations going. But yeah, I like the way Hearthstone is playing this. This is good stuff. But he needs to be a little bit more active with the Tempest, I think. Oh, it doesn't have the upgrade. Oh, it's coming in now. Okay. It's a bit late for sure. Like, there's no real counter to this Tempest here, so he should be way more... He's playing way too scared with them, I think. He's probably used to like the old patch where the infestors are way more of a threat. Because he would try to land a fungal here on the army and force a fight, but with the batteries here, like the Zerg can't really ever fight here. So Hearthstone should be very happy just denying this. The only problem for Hearthstone is that he's giving both of these bases to Serral. But if he can deny this base and take it for himself, like if he can take these two bases, then it's fine if Serral gets these two. Because total resource-wise, like these bases are like not much more than a normal one, right? They're even less gas than a normal one. They just mine out faster. So letting Serral take these bases are fine as long as he can deny this base and take this base for himself. Getting rid of Phoenix is good. You don't really want those anymore. But yeah, the only way Serral can fight this army if it goes too far away, like if he goes like this deep in, away from static, and he gets fungled. That's the only way Serral can fight. Other than that, like Serral just has to play the... sit over here and try to do damage to the rest of the map game. Yeah, he doesn't really need to do much on the left side, to be honest. You just need to make sure that Serral doesn't get the space. Like, it's fine to be passive with Protoss over here. You just need to make sure that Serral doesn't mine from this space. That's all that matters, really. Like, Protoss player just wants to force the fight into one location. Like, if he can just sit there and keep poking with the Tempest over and over, that's a win for him, you know? Yeah, Serral is sending the Broodlords over because he realizes that can't do anything on this side of the map. So what you want to have happen here as the Zerg player is like you want to force the Protoss player's army over here, so you can start clearing the static defense with like Lurkerling, or ideally like I kind of think you want to have Banings here, just so you can run in Banings and clear this up. Because that's the only way you can gain value as the Zerg player here is like having run-bys happening. killing static. You can never really find a favorable fight. Oh, this is scary though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Be careful not to go too far here though. Kevin? This is Tempest. He should have a bit more static in his natural here, and he should have like a High Templar or 2 positioned here as well. Now he's kind of making the one mistake the Protoss can't do, and that's trying to attack into the Zerg. Protoss can, especially with this army, they can never win if they attack into the Zerg. They just want to like slow call with static defense and try to like force Zerg into attack into the batteries. So he should be like solid, like making sure this position is secure. Maybe put like a couple Tempests, some static defense, a couple High Templars. It'll be fine. Doesn't need all these zealots. And get rid of those. And he should just be like making pylons and batteries over here. But yeah, now he's away from his static. He can kind of jump, but there's no fungals, so we can kind of just kite away here. Super battery. There's enough to one-shot though, but storms, yeah. Yeah, I think Hearthstone is losing a bit too much patience here for sure. Again, he just needs to keep pushing forward with static defense over here. Keep his army over here, deny the space from Serral. He can get rid of the zealots and the stalkers. You send them to this side of the map, make sure Serral doesn't get this space. Oh, that's bad. That's bad, yeah. Again, he's pushing forward too much for sure. I mean, the thing is, like, if the Protoss players leaves the safety of static defense, they can lose for sure. Like here. They shouldn't really be out here. You just wanna secure up all your positions like this. You just hold this line. And put like a single Tempest here to deny the space. But yeah, we're being too slow on this side with the static. There should be static building like right here. And then you can just sit here with your Tempest and shoot this space, and yeah, this space should never be able to get mined from, and then eventually Hearthstone can take them himself, right? All he has to do is like hold this position, so he doesn't get busted in his main base. And if the Broodlords go over here, then you can recall the Tempest over. You just need to make sure you have enough static defense here to keep the Tempest safe. That even. Yeah, we're fighting away from static, which is scary for sure. There's no need to. Just pylon here and like 5 batteries, and there's no way the fight can go bad. Now we're out of position here. So we're gonna lose some static defense for free, which is not what we want. Yeah, and the base here at this point favors Serral by insane amounts. Like, Serral already mined out the gas here, he mined out a lot of minerals. And he can take this static defense and run away, right? He can just unburrow all this and run away like over here. And like Serral was never really gonna mine from this base anyway, so Hearthstone's army isn't really doing anything here. But for Serral, killing this static defense is huge. And being able to deny this base, which still has a lot of resources on it, is also huge. It also helps him secure this position again. And Hearthstone isn't that rich, like if he loses this static in this base, it's not easy for him to rebuild it. Because yeah, this is a really good trade for Serral, being able to kill off this static defense in this base for free. That was a lot of minerals that went down. And again, Cyril doesn't really care about this position at all. He's happy to clear this up and then expand over here and here, right? And now the game favors Cyril a lot. And now Hearthstone is like all in, more or less. Now he needs to find a good fight. And finding a good fight without static defense is kind of hard for the Protoss. Like, he secures up this base, but the problem is, like, securing this position doesn't really do anything for him anymore. Like, securing this is not gonna do anything, right? So it's not helping with that. He still needs to go back to this side of the map and take back this base and take back this base. But he has, like, no anchor point anymore to do that. And he has no money to secure these positions either. So all he can really do is try to find a fight, but out in the open, away from static. Usually, Zerg doesn't mind fighting too much. So I think what's gonna happen is just like Hearthstone is gonna be forced to fight somewhere around here, and then the game should end. Yeah, like he never need, like he just needed to hold this position. That's all he needed to do, hold this position and secure is natural with static defense. Get some Tempest here so I can shoot this base, and then he would find. But yeah. He has a scary army though still, so it's not gonna be super easy for Sal. He lost his Vipers it seems, so he has one here, okay. Emperors we had 3. It's kinda scary. Like if Hearthstone was richer and he could like remax on the ground, it would be kinda monk-ass for Sal, but I think it should be fine.
冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋。
Amplify Starcraft, thank you so much for the Prime sub. If you're interested in replay packs, you can find them in the Discord server. A little bit scary here for sure, fighting without the Broodlords. It's actually very scary for Sal now. Kinda broke. Oh, these pops here. Actually, Hearthstone could win this. If he had Void Rays in his army, if he had like 3 Void Rays even, like 3 or 4 Void Rays, he could actually win this game. Ah, we have no probes. We have no probes. Not really mining. Oh, this is not good. True spread out there. True spread out for sure. Yeah, GG. Or threats expand, yeah, that's a great build. Yeah, but like I think like Hearthstone really had this game. He was in a good position. Like I think here is where he kind of threw it, where he gives up this position, like here with this. All you have to do here is like just make static over here. Fortify this position with static defense. Put a Tempest over here that'll stop this space from mining, right? And you slow push here. And eventually, like, Cyril has to do something, right? Hearthstone is just gonna be so rich. Yeah. Yeah, once you lose the static on one side of Protoss, it gets kind of hard for sure. Alright, alright. See what more we have. Not too interested in these games, I don't think. Let's see. Group B had Lambo versus Clem. Lambo versus Shutdown, Lambo versus Drogo. I think we're gonna look at some more Scylla games for now. And look at some Lambo games later, maybe. Group C. The oh, Rainer played Protoss versus Scarlet. Interesting. Yeah, thanks for the support, Amplify Starcraft. I appreciate it. Right. We'll look at this game and then I'm gonna look at Shell versus Rainer. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is more like the opener I do. What Scarlet is doing. Oh, we got bamboozled by the adepts. No spore in the main business is a little bit monk-ass though, I think. A little bit monk-ass. I don't know if the oracles could come there in time. Or the queens could come there in time, but... She has really good overload spread though, so I guess it's fine. I would be okay with this if I was Scarlet. Like, trading a queen for an oracle. It's pretty good value. What are we doing as Rainer? We're doing Twilight. Very late Twilight, by the way. I feel like this is like almost like a... He might still go Blink Stalkers, but it's very late for sure. Like, Blink should be down around like 6 minutes, like 6 to 10 or so. But there's no way this is going to be done anywhere near that. Forge, 4th gas. Yeah. Scarlet is playing Mastling into Hydra, I guess, since there's no Baiting Nest. I would assume. Or maybe she just forgot the Baiting Nest, I'm not sure. Oh, she was droning here. That's not good. That's not good. I guess she saw gases at the 3rd. Which is probably why she's droning. No, she did not see anything. Right, she came in here, saw gases. And then she made more drones. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. This timing is kind of off. Like, it's like 30 minutes or 30 seconds late. So, it's probably why she was droning. Otherwise, I would assume she would be making links. But yeah, she has this base coming, so it's not the end of the world to lose this base. But it's pretty bad still. Like, you want the 4th up and running pretty fast versus this style. Hydroden Station Pit. Lurker, okay. That's interesting. Storm coming in charge. I mean, if she gets Lurkers out, she's in a good position. It's gonna be an iffy timing here before Lurkers are really out. Yeah. For sure. Rainer is playing kind of passive, so that's good for Sasha. This is scary for sure. I think she went a little bit too early though. Like, this is not really enough lurkers to be like, okay, I'm 100% fine versus ground. Like, you need like 15, 16 lurkers to feel like, okay, now I can't lose the ground anymore. This is like a number where if they get surrounded by charge slots and storm, they still die. But we'll see. They're in a really good position, so it's gonna be hard for Raynor to clean this up. But yeah, she needs to make some more lurkers for sure. Because this army is gonna come around from the side. It's gonna be storms. Yeah. The lurkers are expensive. Losing them like this is rough. But like, it's like if she had like 5 or 6 more lurkers here, like she probably wins this fight really hard, right? When there's like only 1 immortal in this army. If you had like 6, 7 immortals, then it's different, right? But low immortal count, you can crush the Protoss pretty hard with a big lurker army. She's trying to go late game, Spire. Because now you can't really kill the Protoss anymore. Now his army is going to be too good to fight. You can maybe try to get him out of position again. And try to get the lurkers into a good position, but then you're super committed to the lurkers. And if the Protoss goes into air, you're not really happy. You have to get value out of these lurkers before the air transition happens. Two more targets going down. Yeah, like if these lurkers were over here now, that would be scary because there's a lot of lurkers, good upgrades. But as long as Raynor plays well here and moves around the map and tries to keep the Zerg player home, it's hard to find good value with these lurkers. Multi-prong upgrades are really good for Raynor, so it's like when the upgrade gets this good for the Protoss, it gets really hard for the Zerg to deal with like multiple fights. Like it's because the units trade so well in small numbers, you kind of have to like over split your army, right, to deal with it. But it gets really hard to split your army accordingly when the Zealots fight is good with these upgrades. So yeah, usually this is what happens when you play Lurkers as Zerg versus a good Protoss player, is that you lose map control. Because you don't have the mobility to keep up with the Protoss player, right? So the only way you can get them across the map is if like you manage to pull up the Protoss out of position with like a Nidus or a run-by. And then you can get the Lurkers into a position where the Protoss has to fight you. But otherwise you're just gonna keep running circles around you and take the entire map while you lose map control like this, right? There's no creep anymore. This base is kind of in the danger zone a little bit. And you're forced into Broodlords just because you have something that's more mobile that can deal with the ground. And this is when the portal switches into carriers. And now you're in a position where you need to get rid of the Lurkers. Like you can keep some of them for defense and like counterattacks on the sides, but you need to make Corruptors, right? You need Vipers, you need Corruptors, you need Festers. So, and these Lurkers obviously don't shoot up, so they don't have much value anymore. Or just like whenever you get into a position when you're forced into mass lurker, you're kind of like in a position where you have to trade them out at some point as well. So you don't really always want to sit back at home with a bunch of lurkers. But in a lot of cases you don't have any choice, which is why a lot of players don't like lurkers. Because they have a very short timing window where they're very useful, but then they fall off really fast. And now you have this position where you have a bunch of useless lurkers. The upgrades are really good. +2 carriers versus 6 any armor upgrades, no. So these Corruptors just melt. And that's pretty much GG. Yeah. From this position, it gets really hard to win as a Zerg, because like you need a big bank so you can make static defense, you need a big bank, or you need creep spread so you can secure more parts of the map, but here we're just stuck in our corner of the map with a shitty army, without upgrades, with no static. Yeah, I mean, you always expected the Protoss to go carriers eventually, right? So it always feels really bad when you get forced to play defensive with the lurkers. Like usually when you're playing lurkers, you want to be aggressive and like forcing trades, forcing fights. Playing defensive with lurkers doesn't feel good at all. You're so less pro based on the observing in tournaments. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I could never get hired as an observer, that's for sure. Look guys, I use controlled set. Crazy. Yeah. But yeah, with this bank, there's like no way we can win. No way. You also need money to have like a ground army you can throw away at these bases, right? You need to have a ground army that you can like with Ling Bane or like Ling Lurk or whatever, you can run in and like kill off this static and then remake. But when you're broke like this, it's just, even if your army is really strong, it's hard to do anything. It's just a slow death. I mean, the only way Reynor could lose this is if he like attacks into Scarlet and loses everything, and then remaxes on Stalkers or something and loses them to the Lurkers. But otherwise, it's gonna be really hard to do anything. Nice. Yeah, it's over. GG. But yeah, Reynor really understands how to play the late game CVP. Oh, what happened? Oh, I pressed the collection tab. That's what happened. Like how to play around the static, how to move your army around to keep the Zerg at home, how to clear the creep, what positions you want to fight over. Let's watch this game, the infamous game. This is Rainer 1, yes. This is one that Rainer 1. So we're gonna skip past the early game here because I don't think it's that super interesting at the moment. We broke down Cyril's early game earlier on. Yeah. But like yeah, Rainer has like top tier PvC late game. Oh, we killed 10 workers versus Sarah. That's kind of impressive. Kind of impressive. Nidus Swarm Hosts. This is it's pretty good in this map, but it's an old style for sure. Oh. Yeah. Thing is, like with the Swarmos style, if you're not able to kill the Protoss, like at some point you need to get rid of the Swarmos. Because they do, yeah, maybe the system here, so that's fine. Actually, kind of a not a good start for Rainer. Still got pretty good value out of the Swarmos. But he did survive, so that's good for Rainer, I guess. And he's playing Triple Forge, so his upgrades are gonna be insane. Yeah, Sarah goes into Lurkers, because you kind of have to be able to survive the big Protoss A move afterwards. Hey, what's up, Rescue One? There's Lurker drop. Just... yeah. You kind of have to do something multi-pronged. I'm not sure really what happened there. I guess there was some stuff going on the side of on the map at the same time, right? It's kind of odd. I mean, he wants to get rid of some roaches and links as well, so I understand that. Just threw in some links in there, but it's kind of weird that his army was just chilling here. Probably should have been doing something on the other side at the same time. But you are a bit concerned, because if you go too aggressive with this army, you lose it, then you're in trouble, right? Because then you're just gonna die to the counterattack. So he has to be conservative here until he has a bigger bank, until he has Broodlords out. Ah, okay. That makes sense, But yeah, this is a scary timing. Like, this is probably the most scary timing for Zerg, I think. When the Protoss is like close to max with good upgrade and a big ground army, and you're going into Broodlords. Like, if you have Lurkers, it's not as scary as usual, but even with Lurkers, it's kind of scary.
Fidbo gifted a tier 1 sub to Nino Madhouse. Fidbo gifted a tier 1 sub to Shamala Phantom.
Thank you so much for the gift sub, Fidbo. I'm not sure why it keeps doing the text to speech only for gifts, but thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let me see. Something is up with my stream element stuff. It's not giving me, 1 sec. If I do this, it's gonna fix it. Doesn't show me my stream elements dashboard, and the notifications are kind of weird as well. But thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Those of you who got gifted subs, make sure you guys are on the Discord server, so you can get the replay packs. We're gonna be posting our last Korea replay pack today at the end of the stream. Yeah, so now you're kind of in the position as Israel where you wanna try to get rid of your... Like, you need to drone up a little bit, but you can't drone up until you get rid of these units. Like, the Hydras you can kind of keep, but they're not, like, super high value. You definitely want to get rid of the Roaches. The Hydras kind of as well. It's okay to keep, like, 6-7 Hydras, but you don't want a lot of Hydras in your late game army. So this is a good way to find some way to deal with it. But again, like, you still want to find some cost efficiency, right? You just don't want to throw away units for free, which is the tricky part when you've made a bunch of Roaches and Lurkers and Swarm Hosts. Because even the Lurkers, like, you want some left in your army. Like, maybe you want, like, a Lurker or 2 over here. You want some Lurkers and, like, a side army to do round-wise, but you don't want, like, 15 Lurkers in your army, you know? 10 is even a high number. I would probably, like, 8 or 7 or so. It's probably a good number. And the rest you just want Broodlord, Corruptor, Infestor, Viper. Links are nice for that reason, because links are very easy to just trade away. But it's harder to trade away Roach, Hydra, Lurker efficiently. So the big problem for Sarah is that his drone count is so low. You kind of need to, like, build a bank, you need to mine out the map, you need to start building static defense eventually. But yeah, being stuck on this low drone count is not ideal for sure. Yeah, here's what we were talking about last game versus Scarlet as well, where Rainer does really well. It's just like he keeps his army active on the map. Even like in 2 armies here. So that Cyril can't really ever secure more of the map, right? Keep Cyril back while he's building up his upgrades, while he's expanding. Mining out the map. Eventually he's gonna go into Skytoss, right? But he wanted to delay that as much as possible. Because as a Zerg, what you want to do is, like, you want to have, like, a forward position, like, maybe, like, here or... Like, here or somewhere, right? With, like, static defense, and... Where you keep your air army. And you have, like, a side squad with, Ling Lurker or something like Ling Ultra, whatever you want. And that you try to kill bases with. But when you're playing defensive like this, like, there's no pressure in the Protoss, and... The only way you get cost efficiency over time in this matchup is by killing buildings, like static defense. Because if you're forced to play defensive, you're not going to be able to do that. The other way you can find cost efficiency is if the Protoss attacks into you. But they should never really, like, fully attack into you. They should mostly just be, like, multi-pronging, securing more of the map. So what Rainer is going to do probably is just, like, he's just going to mine out, get a big bank, and start making static defense, like, here. Making static defense here, and just try to deny a base for Cyril. So usually the Protoss player will be able to get one more base in the Zerg, because the Zerg can't fight near the static. Find some decent fights here, for sure. But like, the Broodlords aren't what they used to be versus ground. So this, like, I think in the old patch this has probably been a really good fight for Cyril, but here it was kind of iffy for sure. Like, he lost some Broodlords, lost some Infestors. It's pretty even trade. Yeah. I mean, all that's really, like, this game is so big that kind of delays the ultra late game stage. But it's still gonna get there eventually, right? Just on a smaller map, like, you would get the static defense plus air toss game faster. This is good from Cyril. I think one thing, like Rainer probably would have wanted to play like slightly higher proc count, like 80 proc count or so when he's playing this slide, so he can afford. Like he also wants to build a bank, right, and start spamming static defense. Do I hotkey my spellcaster? Do I hotkey my hotkey them? So I'll have my Vipers hotkey get together with my Corruptors, and I have a separate hotkey for Infestors, where it's like only Infestors in that hotkey. It's pretty much impossible to control your casters if you don't hotkey them. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to control them properly in any way without hotkeys. And that was good from Sarah though, like killed a lot of workers. And this is kind of how you want to play it as the Zerg. You just want to have like your big ball army. Ideally you have static defense, and like you just try to mirror the Protoss main army movement with your army. And then you have a side squad army of ground units, where you're trying to find value by killing static defense. Killing the outer bases. Like if you can base trade, like trade a base for a base in the late game as Zerg, it's usually very good for you, because you can save your static defense by running away with them. And you get to kill all the static defense the Protoss players has in that base. 1 second guys, I need to change my earphones. No, 1 second. Just a second guys, my earphones are acting up a little bit. I need to... Yeah, for sure. I like in-ears over here headsets, and wireless is just so much more convenient. Alright, there we go. There we go. We should be able to back into it. Yeah, so you have like 2 different pairs of the in-ears. I have Samsung ones and some JBL ones. The Samsung ones are nice because they have better noise cancelling, but they have way lower battery time. Like less than half the battery time on the JBLs. Good trades for sale, for sure. The problem is that he's getting outmined quite a bit. And for him securing this space or this space is going to be really hard. Let's see. Oh, it's scary. Problem is like rulers just don't really kill the ground units fast enough anymore. Feedbacks here on the infestors will be good. Feedback. Nice. Yeah, like nothing really died there on the ground. Even though it's like fungal and takes Protoss attacking them, like nothing really dies. Rip Toasty. Yeah, I saw some other people have some issues earlier as well. I'm not sure exactly what's up with the servers. I'm not really sure what's up. It seems to be on all servers as well. I'm not sure. Maybe it's related to some other Blizzard game or something. Server overload. This game got really scrappy really fast after that fight. But yeah, like I think this is the point where, as Rainer, I don't really know if you want to take the space again. Like you don't really care about gas at all as the Protoss player in this stage of the game. I think what you would rather just do is start making static defense here and start making Tempest. I think that's probably the best way to play it. Like shield batteries here and start making Tempest. Yeah, start making Tempest. Pylon, yeah. So he's probably gonna start making defenses here, I would imagine. Takes the space, it's really good as well. I don't think it matters too much, like... The only thing that matters is Sarah doesn't get the mine from this space. It doesn't really matter if Reno gets it or not. The important thing is right here, Tempest. Good Tempest control, and we should be making way more static down here, I think. I can get the watchtower, make static around here. You secure these two bases, and then you make sure Sarah doesn't get the space, and then it's pretty much GG. Does he have the upgrade? No, he does not have a Tempest upgrade. Oh. Yeah, no Oracle and no Tempest upgrade here is a big mistake from Rainer. So he needs an Oracle, he needs some more Tempest for sure. Am I gonna play on EU servers over the holidays? Yes, I am. I'm gonna be streaming from Europe as well. But I actually do want to play some Age of Empires again. Like I'm not gonna play only Age of Empires, but I want to play maybe stream Age of Empires a couple days a week, something like that. We'll see what happens. Depends like what my... I need to find a good streaming slot for EU times. Depends like how active the Europe ladder is during that time as well. We'll see. Yeah, Sarah is just too broke. It's really hard to play on big maps versus Protoss in the late game. Because like Zerg, you want like a condensed map as Zerg. At least if you're behind. If you ever get into a position where you're behind like this, like it's super hard to cover everything, and you also need to be putting pressure on the Protoss outer base at the same time. But yeah, Rainer just plays this really well, so GG. Big map pool is good for Zerg. It's good in some scenarios. It's bad in some scenarios. For late game, you want like a condensed map as Zerg. Wide maps are good for you in like the early and mid game, but for late game you want condensed maps. Yeah, somebody's off versus the best player in the world. That's true. Yeah. We did it, guys. We managed to improve our CVP quite a bit, which is nice. Yeah, I like dry humor. So it's good. Biggest takeaways. Just having a very simple plan in CVP is good, I think. A very simple plan, and just focusing a lot on having a clean early game. Yeah, that makes things a lot easier, for sure. Yeah, third is pretty good. Yeah, yeah, Rainer is just really good overall. But he's been practicing, especially Protoss, for like at least a couple of years. What would be a good simple plan for a diamond player? Maybe something like going 4 base, 75 drone, Hydroling Bane, and attacking your opponent. It's a pretty like simple plan. It works versus a lot of things except Colossus. Versus Colossus, you need something different probably, unless you can hit a sharp timing that hits before Colossus. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's not a bad style overall either. It's just 80 drone is a bit high because you're kind of setting yourself up to a place where you're giving the Protoss more time to set up, so you might get forced into a longer game where you have to go like hive and play defensive, right? Which is not something that I find comfortable at the moment in CVP. Yeah. Not sure why they're all called Rådhuset. Rådhuset. Clem versus Gay versus Clem versus Harstam. Let's see. Okay. Pretty standard early game from Rainer as well. He does the tumor first like I do as well. So I prefer this to the double inject, I think. It's because like you're still spending your money, right? I feel like with the double inject you're just on a floating larva. So you need to a queen here as well, you need another overlord. It feels too tight with the double inject. In my opinion. Very late with saturating his gases. Or his gas, I mean. That's big. Canceling the third is massive here. Goes Twilight's Forge afterwards, but this is also kind of late, right? Kind of late. Chris, open qualifiers to Katowice in 2 hours. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I have what it takes to qualify for a major event like that right now. Like, I think starting next week, I'm probably gonna start like playing some open cups and stuff like that. Getting the feel for competition again. And then we'll see. Like, depending on how what I do in those sort of things, I can start playing in some qualifiers. Double Colossus Robo. So this should be Colossus, right? Should be Colossus. It could be Disruptors, because Raynor is going to play quite aggressive here, right? He's going to hit a Roach timing. Or he's mostly making Roaches to deal with the Stalkers, but I assume he's going to follow up with a timing here when he has Roach speed. Because there's no tech behind this. He's playing 6 gas, but no tech, no Spire, no Infestation Pit, no Baiting Nest. So Disruptor, yeah. I was saying Disruptor would actually be really good here. Like, I think you make 2 Disruptors and then you go back into Colossus. It's probably the best play. I don't know about 4 Disruptors though. Oh, blew it too early. Not the best connections for sure. You need to be very patient with the disruptor shots. Like, you don't want to let him. If you do it when it's out here, it's much easier to split. You want to wait until it's like committing to go in, because you kind of need to like keep your roaches in the ball if they're gonna do any damage close to a battery. Like, Showtime, like all these shots, he was kind of a little bit lazy with this micro. Like, he clicks the ball on the unit, which means he doesn't get full AoE. Like here, he clicks it on like a... Here as well, he's gonna click it on a Ravager, which means he doesn't really connect with the neighboring things, right? He just like sits there next to the Ravager. If you're gonna do that, you need to click it on a unit that's like way in the back or something, so it actually like connects. But yeah, like same thing here. It clicks it on the unit, and then obviously like it was not gonna get much more anyways. But here as well. I mean, it's guaranteed damage, right? But you can get more value if you micro them. Or put them on a unit that's like further in the back. Kind of surprised he died here though. But I guess he had a pretty rough early game, right? GG. GG. Aren't I focused right now on AV4? No, I am not. I haven't played AV4 actively for almost 3 months now. I've played it a little bit just to like check out the new expansion and stuff, but I am not playing AV4 seriously at the moment. We'll see if there's gonna be like a big tournament next year in AV4 or something, then I'll practice for it. But yeah, they have some issues with the game that I don't... Until they fix it, I don't really enjoy playing the game too much. Small quality of life stuff with the engine and stuff like that, it just makes it frustrating for me to play. I wonder how much was people saving for overcharge / recall. You mean the Chronobus floating? Yeah, I mean they definitely float. A lot of Protoss players float Chronobus a lot of times, but it's just it's for one like it's the least impactful apart from like early game timings and stuff like that. Like in the later game, it's the least impactful macro mechanic, right, compared to injecting mules. The one thing they could do better is like using it on warp gates and stuff like that, and like constantly on robos and upgrades. They're definitely a little bit lazy about that, that's for sure. I kind of wish they would make a change that would make Protoss play more around Chrono Boost, where maybe you buff it. Like you make it less energy, a shorter duration, but you increase its potency by like 10% or something to increase the mechanical skill level needed to play Protoss. I think something like that is needed for sure. Maybe we should analyze a couple of subscriber replays, guys. If anybody has any replays they want analyzed, because I think I'm done playing for today. I have to go in like an hour-ish, a little bit less than an hour. Let me see if we have any subscribers who are interested in having some replays reviewed. We've been happy put separate controls from Warcraft 1. That sounds pretty painful.
빙치링!
Let me see if any subscribers has any replays they want to analyze. If not, we'll maybe watch a couple more Hopeser Cup games. And then we're gonna call it a day. Would you recommend older players to pick Protoss? I mean, it's definitely the least mechanical demanding race, I think. But I think if you're like... Depends what you want out of the game, right? If you're looking to get as high MMR as possible, I would probably recommend you play Protoss. But if you're just looking to, you know, have fun and enjoy the game and improve at the game, stuff like that, then I don't think you can play any of the races. Whichever you think is the most fun. Depends on how competitive you are and like how high up you want to get, right? But I would say it's definitely easier to get higher ranked with Protoss than with the other races in terms of like effort. But in terms of like fun or enjoyment of the game, I don't know if it's gonna correlate with that. It's very aggressive by Showtime. Triple adept. Alright, pretty standard. Safe Robo from Showtime. So he's probably gonna go Robo Bay, I would imagine, with this. I highly doubt he's gonna do some kind of Immortal All-In or anything like that. I would suspect it's just gonna be a Robo Bay. Especially with him making sentries. I could be wrong, but we'll see. It seems kind of weird to go for like Immortal, no Twilight. And 6 cast really late Twilight, so this might be like a Immortal Charge that Archon kind of thing. But Twilight is still kind of late. I feel like Charge is going to be late with this. Not really sure what the plan is. Rainer is just making roaches, getting Station Pit. Probably going to go Hive, I would imagine. Actually, since he's not droning up his 3rd base, or 4th base, okay, yes, now. I was going to say, if he doesn't drone up his 4th, then it could be Swarm Host, but yeah, since he's doing this, I would imagine it's Hive, Hydra then. Maybe he is still going Swarm Host, because he only made 4 drones. Yeah, this looks like Swarm Host, actually, since he's saving up money. Yeah, Swarm Host. I think this is actually a pretty good scenario for Swarm Host versus what Showtime is doing. So going Immortal Zealot into Archons, most likely. This is like the ideal composition to fight with Swarm Host. And with the Swarm Host, the first wave is really important. Like, you need to get some momentum and start forcing trades. If the first trade doesn't do much, like, you lose a lot of time, and by the time you have the next wave ready, then the Protoss army is really big. So, okay, good. Very good micro buy right now. Not the best. You get some trades out, but you need to go here as Rainer. Get some trades, but I wouldn't say that this is like amazing for Rain or anything. He killed a couple of units, but he lost 14 drones on the defense. He's trying to go Hive now because, yeah. I think just the Stormhost timing was a little bit too late this game. You kind of need to hit like a very fast, sharp timing for it to be able to find value. Killing some units though, but the closer the Showtime get to 200 supply, the scarier it is for the Zerg here. Because you can't really afford to drone, because you have these Ravagers, and the Swarmers are super supply heavy. It's going Lurker. Yeah, in the past you would usually go into like Ravaging Bane behind this, because Banelings are very supply efficient. But I think with the Baneling nerf versus Protoss and the Broodlord nerf as well, it's hard to just go straight like Baneling into Broodlord and survive. You kind of have to go Lurker if you want to survive a ground timing. Yeah. A rough situation for sure. Forced to make Hydras. So can't really afford to wait for Corruptors. It's also another thing, like when you have this like super inflated army, is that it's really hard to split it up, because you need to set a big chunk of your army to deal with these zealots efficiently, right? You don't have any like cracklings or anything like that to help you with this. So deal with this, but it's really hard to fight the army at the front at the same time. It's a nice move, but super battery? Yeah, super battery. Yeah, from here, like as the third player, you're gonna be playing very long and slow game. Oh, we actually killed this almost himself. We kind of have to at some point, because they're just like useless here. The Ravagers are also useless, but you don't have the money to remax right now anyway, so there's no point in throwing them away yet. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a problem with this army. This army composition is like you need to play with momentum. You need to be trading non-stop because it loses so much value over time due to how supply inefficient it is. And then you get to a point where you need to replace it with more efficient units, and then it's hard to find a way to trade them out without just throwing them away. Alright guys, I think it doesn't seem like we have any subscriber replays, so I am gonna call it a day. And I won't be seeing you guys again until Saturday probably, I would imagine. Maybe Friday, but it depends how tired I am. So I travel on Thursday and I get back to my home in Sweden on Friday. So if I'm feeling fresh, I might do a stream on Friday, but I would say most likely Saturday I'll be back. We'll be back in Europe then. So let's raid state. So yeah, thanks so much for watching guys. Thanks for all the support, all the sub gifts and subs and prime subs and everything. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna raid state and I'll see you all when I'm back in Europe. Thank you, Volts. Bye guys.